Hey everybody, it's Josh from Pretty Good Books here with another appetizer for you. A book I think you should read. Today's appetizer is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It won the Coretta Scott King Award as well as an award from the American Library Association for excellence in young adult literature. It came out a couple years ago. There's also a movie. I haven't seen the movie. I'm only talking about the book. The Hate You Give is the story of Starr Carter, a high school student who moves fluidly in and around various communities. She's black, and she lives in a predominantly black neighborhood where her father owns a business, but she also attends a fancy, expensive private school on the other side of town that's predominantly white. Starr is constantly negotiating issues of race and class, and then later the legal system and the media after her friend is shot and killed by the police. Her friend is also black. It could be tempting, I think, for an author to turn a story like this into a totally justifiable screed about racial injustice, where the story is all about racism, or it's all about police brutality, or it's all about the way the media forms preconceived notions of people. What Angie Thomas does instead, though, is much more interesting, and I would argue much more effective. Everything about this story is complicated. Starr's relationship to the victim is complex. They were close friends when they were younger, but have since drifted apart and only recently bumped into each other again at a party right before the shooting occurs. Starr feels torn by her relationship both to her neighborhood, which she loves, and to her school, where she wants to be accepted just like any other teenager. Some of the drama involved with this is your typical high school drama, but all of it is tinged with this feeling of never feeling fully herself or never feeling fully accepted in either place. She can never be 100% Starr when she's at school and when she's at home. Starr's father is a former gang member who spent most of Starr's childhood in prison. But after he got out, he rejected that lifestyle and decided to make a difference in his community. He loves to garden and he loves roses, but when things turn violent, his inclination is also to violence. Starr's boyfriend is white, and while he's loyal, he's also deeply oblivious to all the ways that being surrounded by and living with only white people his entire life has made him unaware of the places where he is ignorant or privileged or unintentionally offensive. At the same time, Starr's uncle is a member of the police department. He took care of Starr and her siblings when their dad was in prison, and he cares deeply about them and their welfare, and he wants them to be happy and taken care of and stuff. But he also has professional obligations to the police officer that killed her friend, making it very difficult for everyone involved. I could go on, but the point is, author Angie Thomas goes out of her way to show how wildly complicated this is. It's not simple at all. It's not that all cops are evil. It's not that the media is unbiased when it comes to report these incidences or their violent aftermath. It's not that some victims of police shootings don't also have their own complicated relationships with the law. It's ingrained racism, and it's poverty, and it's white privilege, and it's a monochromatic media narrative. It's all of it. It's tragedy stacked on top of tragedy, which is what makes this book so good. Issues of race affect everyone. Some people are still suffering from marginalization. Some people are still benefiting from historic injustices. I'm a white guy. I can't pretend like I come to this discussion with a clean slate, or that I know how to solve any of these issues, or that I can even talk about it without inadvertently reinstating some of the historic injustices that we need so badly to undo. I do know that this book poses some difficult questions about what it means to be a black teenager in the 21st century. It forced me to look at these problems from a different perspective than my own. And it also made me hungry for change, where before I only ever felt sadness when I thought about this stuff. I can only hope that it would do the same for you, which is why The Hate You Give is a book I think you should read. I've got links down in the description where you can order this through Bookshop or Libro.fm. Libro.fm is a fantastic service. It's an app that you put on your phone that allows you to listen to audiobooks, just like Audible, only better, because this allows you to support local bookstores, local independent bookstores like Pretty Good Books here in lovely LaGrange. That's it. Hope you have a great day. See ya.